All right, let's dive deep, and I mean literally, into one of history's most fascinating, most enduring legends. It's a story that has captured the imagination of everyone from treasure hunters to philosophers for centuries, the lost city of Atlantis. Just think about it for a second. Imagine a society that had it all figured out. We're talking peace, prosperity, technology that's way beyond anything we can dream of. And then, poof, in a single day and night, it's just gone, swallowed by the sea. It's a pretty powerful idea, right? And this is the image we all have in our heads, this shimmering utopian paradise that was tragically lost. Its secrets just waiting for us to find them in the deep. It's really the ultimate fantasy of some forgotten golden age. So, this modern version of the story, the one that we all know from movies and books and video games, let's call that the Sunken Kingdom. When we think of Atlantis, we picture these incredible, gleaming crystal towers, maybe powered by some kind of mysterious energy source. We imagine this society of brilliant philosopher kings living in total harmony, which, let's be honest, is a pretty big contrast to our own messy world. And, of course, you've got the epic ending, the massive earthquake, the giant tsunami, and the whole continent just sinking beneath the waves. It feels so ancient, doesn't it? Like a story that's been passed down since the beginning of time. But the thing is, this whole epic saga has a very specific and, frankly, a very surprising origin. See, the story of Atlantis wasn't found in some ancient dusty scroll or whispered by a mysterious oracle. It was actually a thought experiment. It was a philosophical tool. It was Plato's cautionary tale. Yup, you heard that right. One. Every single movie, every book, every wild documentary you've ever seen, the entire sprawling myth of Atlantis, it all traces back to just one single source. And that one source is the Greek philosopher Plato, writing way back around 360 BC. And here's the kicker. He wasn't writing history. He was writing an allegory, a kind of philosophical fable that was really designed to make a point about what makes an ideal society and the dangers of arrogance. Okay, let's really break this down, because the difference here is just fascinating. On one side, you have what Plato actually wrote, a story about this powerful but morally corrupt empire that gets punished by the gods for its pride. And on the other side, you have our modern myth, a peaceful, high-tech paradise that's destroyed by a random natural disaster. They're almost opposite stories. So if Plato's story was this philosophical tale that's so different from the version we know today, how in the world did it transform? Well, this is the story of how the myth was reborn. It's pretty amazing when you look at it. For more than 2,000 years after Plato, the story was basically just a little footnote that only classical scholars knew about. It was largely forgotten. Then, in 1882, one single book changed absolutely everything and launched Atlantis into the modern world. The guy responsible was a man named Ignatius Donnelly. He was an American politician and writer, and his book, Atlantis, the Antediluvian World, made this absolutely radical claim. He argued that Plato's story wasn't an allegory at all. It was literal history, and that Atlantis was a real place that was the mother civilization for all other ancient cultures, from the Egyptians to the Mayans. Now, scientifically, it was total nonsense, but as a story, it was electrifying. Donnelly's book basically opened the floodgates, but that still doesn't quite explain why we're so captivated by this story today. It really gets to the core question: why do we still want to believe? And this, for me, is where the story gets really, really interesting. Because look, the search for a physical lost continent might be a dead end, but the search for meaning in that story, well, that tells us a whole lot about ourselves. The myth's incredible staying power isn't because of just one thing. It's really held up by this powerful combination of 4 deep psychological pillars. I mean, think about it. The whole idea taps right into our deepest desires. It feeds our nostalgia for a lost paradise, a perfect golden age. It acts as a blank canvas where we can project all our modern hopes for what a utopian future could look like. And, of course, it gives us the irresistible thrill of a great unsolved mystery. And that 4th pillar, that brings us all the way back around, right back to what Plato was trying to say in the first place, the story of a great society that collapses overnight because of its own pride and arrogance. That is a powerful, timeless warning. It's a reminder that our own civilization is fragile and that hubris is always, always a danger.
So, here's the crucial point. Maybe the real value of Atlantis isn't about finding some physical place on a map. Maybe the real treasure is the reflection it gives us of our own hopes, our own dreams, and our own fears. Because in the end, the story we tell about a lost city, well, it reveals everything about ourselves.